Another great day at Bashley. We were again on the hunt yesterday, picked up a couple of nice bikes, a lot of history. So here we go, big restoration job, but we'll have them out and let you have a look at them.
Yeah.
Right, just hold her there, there you go. Right, what's this then? It's an International 6-day Greeves. 1964 International 6-day in Erfurt, Germany. Miller was on the aerial. This was a Greeves factory bike, ridden by Mary Driver, who is still alive and kicking. So I've been on to Mary and she's going to come down and see her old bike when we get it restored. But as you see, pretty sad state, but all there, the engine seized up. That's the fuel tank that goes on here. Large capacity job. We'll go through the document shortly, but lots of interesting things about it, and the most important item in the whole bike is this little seal here. If you come round, this is a Scrutineer Seal, and on that you see the number 172. So the scrutineers used to seal parts of the bike, like the petrol tank and the forks, and there's other seals, so you couldn't change. There's a seal there, you see. You couldn't change any parts during this 6-day event. Erfurt turned out quite an easy event, but not for Mary. She retired too many punctures. So, but however, a famous Greeves International 6-day bike. We've got a lot of work to do on it, but lovely work. That's the chain oiler in here. You put the oil in here, swinging arm holds the oil. That's your meter to keep your chain lubricated. It could do with a bit of oil now. It doesn't seem to have had oil for the last 50 years. So we'll have a look at the documents. Then the second bike we got, Honda TL125. This was Miller's first association with Honda. Honda commissioned Miller to sort this out. So when Miller got into it, he redesigned a brand new frame, highboy frame, 150 conversion kits, special yokes. See, the old forks are parallel. That's no good in trials. You've got to have a 1.5 degree offset. So Miller made special yokes so that you've got a 1.5 degree offset in the forks. Turned out a real clubman's bike, very, very popular, pretty bulletproof on the engine, easy starting, and it was Honda's first move into the trials market. And then we made the 250, then we made the 305, and then we took the world over with trials bikes. So loads of world championships. So nice couple of bikes, big restoration job. So the workshop, Jim and Steve will be very busy over the next few months. So we'll go into the workshop, have a look at some documentation on the Greeves and some photographs of Mary riding it. Right, this is the certificate, buff logbook. First registered owner is Invicar Limited. That is the Greeves motorcycle factory, and they were in Thundersley, Essex. So it passed through a few hands, including Comerfords, who were very associated with Greeves. So this is the actual event, Erfurt, East Germany. This is the Greeves history. So this is Mary Driver. Look at the number 172. So you seen the seal on the headlight, which was 172. So you couldn't change the bits during the week. If you changed the bits, you were disqualified. So it was a test of machinery and rider's ability. International 6-day Erfurt. Miller was on the HT5 aerial International 6-day, got a gold medal, no trouble. Unfortunately, Mary ran out of time. She had too many punctures one day, couldn't get them fixed in time, so didn't get a gold medal with the Greeves. But what a fantastic bike. We'll get it totally refurbished. We'll get Mary down here, and you can join us when Mary comes. And another International 6-day bike, a lot of history, and well worth doing. Bit of British history. Greeves, Thundersley, Essex. Fantastic mate, fantastic bike, and onward and forward. Right, Mary Driver's International 6-day Greeves 1964. As you see, bit of a state, so we're under full restoration. Quite a lot of interesting features. They always made stuff come apart easy for International, because if you wanted the tank off, you didn't want to have a battle. So that's the tank and one of the seals on it from the scrutineering. So we'll pop that over there. Right, the exhaust system that was on it was incorrect, so we've fabricated this exhaust. That's original silencer, so very lucky to get that. It's a bit rough, but fortunately they weren't chrome plated, they were painted. So painted it'll look okay, but to chrome plate it would be an impossible task. So you've got to make up this front pipe, which I did yesterday. So how do you do that? Well, you get a collection of bends, and then you start cutting them to your requirements, as it were. Something like that would drop around there, and that one go on there. I've just tacked it together. Little welding tacks, so it holds it together, and then we'll have it off and weld it all up. But we won't put the flange on this side. This is the exhaust flange that pops in here. I won't put that on because you get a bit of movement when this is all welded up. So then we'll pop that in there and weld that, tack that to the exhaust pipe, so that gives it a bit of centralization, as it were. Don't get any stress in the system, because if you have stress in the system, it'll split and cause all sorts of problems. We've had the clutch off here, and all pretty ropey. Need a lot of TLC. Clutch plates, bit of a hard life, but all reusable. That's the center stand, which has gone a bit forward, so we're going to have to weld a bit on the bottom there to get the stand a bit more vertical. Rear brake pedal, and so then also these are the big bolts, aluminium, that go right through the barrel, and piston's pretty ropey, so we'll probably have to bore it. This is the remains of the air filter, so need a bit of fabrication on here. We've got to get that mounted in there. That's the original bracket there, so probably have to get a longer tube on there to match up to the carburetor. That's where the filter was, easy accessible, so you could change the filter during the event. And of course we've got to make sure we don't lose the seals on the headlight on the top here, 172, where the Scrutineer Seal was on, so that's gold dust to keep that in situ. Albion 4-speed gearbox, Greeves Challenger type barrel. The hubs need a lot of TLC. I'm still trying to work out what to put this on the back for. This bit of iron here, whether it was to help getting the wheel out quick, you could hold that there without having two spinners, because time was of the essence when you wanted to change a tire or put a new tube in. This is the primary case here. We've got to do a bit of fettling with those. The ignition system is pretty ropey too, so we'll probably put a modern ignition system on it. That's a Stefla, which is Swedish make. If we put new electronic ignition system on it, it means the bike will run ever so much better, and we won't be kick-starting forever. It should be first kick each time. That's the cylinder head. Again, carburetion's not too bad really. If you see, it's a nice bronzy color. So the carburation mixture was almost crack on. So as you see, that's a Dare 2 since that's been operation. So that pops on there like that. You got a compression plate that sits in there. So that will be the barrel and head on together. What are we working on now? Just starting to make up bracketry and sort out the mud guards. Get this primary chain case sorted, get all the clutch sorted before we rip it apart, because you don't want to be making up brackets and stuff after it's been painted. So we'll make all the bracketry up and get that exhaust system welded up, get it in position, get the air filter in position, get all that together so that we're sure that it's correct. And then after all that, we'll then strip the whole lot down and start painting. The rims or spokes are all past it, so no point in trying to salvage those. They have been painted, which probably the Greeves factory did, because why would you want chrome rims in an International 6-day event? So have to do a bit of research to see whether. I'm contacting with Mary Driver. She's very, very switched on lady, and she's actually coming down this month. We're having a grand opening of the new extension of the museum, so we will have her down. It won't be ready for her to have a ride on, but at least she can come down and check it out, give us some information. So it'll be quite interesting at the opening, because International 6-day will be one of the features, and we've got the aerial team coming. Ron Langston, Gordon Blakeway, yours truly, with our 3 bikes that we rode in Germany, International 6-day 1958. So Mary Driver will be here, her bike that she rode in 64. Big International 6-day gathering, so looking forward. Should be a great day. If we get the weather like what it is today, will be great reunion day. And what a thing to have all the aerial works riders and their bikes together. Can't wait till it happens, because it'll be a real occasion. And so we'll have the 3 aerials, the Greeves and the Royal Enfield International 6-day bikes together. So that'll be something special.